that go. Is that changing with some of the inexperience on the offensive side?
You know, it's really not. Number one, I don't know enough offensive football, and I'm so involved in now running the defense that I've hired people and have a staff that I trust, and it's just how I feel comfortable doing it.
How is Brandon holding up under this new role? I mean, he acts as though it's new to him.
He's sleeping about like I am, probably. You know, as you become a first-time head coach or first-time coordinator, there's a different amount of responsibility, but I think he's handling it well, but it's difficult.
Well, one more. Brandon said before the season that he was going to be aggressive, that it was going to be almost more offense, more down the field, and that hasn't happened. Is that being dictated by the defense, or when will it get to the point where BYU's offense dictates?
Hopefully soon. Old Miss, I was impressed with in week one. I was more impressed with Texas. And so I think a lot of it has to do, how much I'm not sure yet, but a lot of it has to do with the defenses that we played against. They're both good, and I think we'll see another good one this week. And so the key is handling solid defenses while maintaining an aggressive nature and balance. And we're still looking for that exact right mix, I would say.
I'm curious to get your thoughts on Jordan Wynn's shoulder. He had surgery in the offseason.
Well, again, I've just seen I just finished watching my second game, and the accuracy doesn't seem to be affected at all. It's, possibly the release or the mechanics look a little bit different than what I remember. And I can't really tell yet in terms of arm strength and how many throws. I've seen him make a couple corner route throws and other things where it looks like the strength is there, but the only thing I've noticed really at this point is the delivery and the mechanics seemed a little bit altered from where it was before.
What's Travis Yale bringing to the team defensively right now, and just his ability to kind of push the agenda?
Travis Yale? Yes. Travis he's just the ability to put us in the right defenses. With the exception of just one play in the Texas game, he's doing that at a really high level, similar to what Scott Johnson did, Kellen Fowler. Those type of players, it's not that they have dominant physical ability, but their ability to just put us in the right positions, and he's doing that. I guess he's taking that role on at a very similar level as the other players that had before him, and that's the most critical role at that spot.
I know you said you haven't had a chance to watch a ton, but in the first two games for Utah, John White has been able to get some yardage. I'm curious your comments on the running game.
You'll have to give me numbers right now. I don't have the names matched with numbers so well yet.
15. Yeah, and then can you comment on that, and then also just a thought on their defense as well?
Haven't watched their defense yet, but number 15 at running back, I was impressed in the USC game. He ran hard, he's quick, and he can break tackles. He's not big, but he's fairly elusive, and he's more physical than maybe what you'd think for a player that size. So I was more impressed with him in the USC game than in the Montana State game.
Coach, you said you haven't gotten your head wrapped around this rivalry yet. Do you sense the same zing, though, that there has been in the past years?
I think there will be by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, just as I see the different banners and different things and people will say to me is wherever I am this week, you know, I'm sure that'll happen right now. I've kind of been protected through being in my office the whole day, but really the rivalry isn't so much noticeable to me when you play the game. It's all the things in the community leading up to it, and so I haven't been out in the community enough yet this week to maybe grasp it yet.
Did you and any of the other coaches have anything to do with the reorganization of the student section, and do you see that being a factor in terms of, I don't know, what this home game is like versus home games in the past?
Well, I certainly had an influence in saying that I would love all the students to be together. I think that's one of the unique things about college settings, and I love the stadiums where the gates open early and the students kind of have a section they're racing to get into and are there really early and staying late. And I'm looking to promote that. I didn't have the final decision, but I was an endorser of that idea. And I think it would just be one more thing to add to the stadium experience for the students, but also to make maybe LaVell Edwards Stadium even more of a home field advantage for us.
Coach, with both teams coming off losses in a 1-on-1,